In 2026, smartphones have become more than just communication devices. They are our wallets, our offices, and our digital diaries, holding not only our contacts and messages, but also our most private information, from banking details to health records and personal photos. We rely on them for everything, often without a second thought. But this deep integration into our daily lives makes smartphones incredibly attractive targets for hackers and cybercriminals, who are constantly searching for new ways to exploit our trust in these devices. Modern attackers don't just rely on simple viruses or guessing passwords anymore. They use sophisticated tools and techniques, often staying several steps ahead of the average user. One of the most powerful and widely used tools is the Metasploit framework. It's a double-edged sword, used by both security experts to test defenses and by criminals to break into systems. With Metasploit, attackers can scan for vulnerabilities, craft custom attacks, and even take remote control of devices like your Android phone, sometimes without you ever realizing it's happening. Understanding how these tools work and how attackers think is the first and most important step to protecting yourself and your loved ones from digital threats. In this video, we'll walk you through how a hacker might compromise an Android phone, step by step, revealing the methods and tactics used so you can recognize the warning signs. Our goal isn't to teach you how to hack, but to empower you with the knowledge you need to defend your digital life and keep your information safe from those who would misuse it. Remember, knowledge is a double-edged sword. When used responsibly, it can protect you and those around you, but in the wrong hands, it can cause real harm. So let's step into the shadows of cybersecurity together, uncover the hidden dangers lurking in your pocket, and learn how to stay one step ahead in the digital world. Hackers rely on specialized tools, starting with Kali Linux, a security-focused operating system packed with hundreds of hacking utilities. Designed for penetration testing and digital forensics, Kali Linux is the go-to platform for both ethical hackers and cybercriminals. Its open-source nature means anyone can download and use it, making powerful hacking tools widely accessible. At its core is the Metasploit framework, an open-source platform with a vast database of vulnerabilities and ready-to-use exploits. Metasploit is constantly updated by a global community, ensuring it stays ahead of new security flaws and attack techniques. Metasploit automates attacks, making hacking more accessible and dangerous. With just a few commands, even beginners can launch sophisticated cyber attacks that once required deep technical knowledge. A key tool within Metasploit is Msfvenom, which creates malicious payloads. These payloads are custom-built pieces of code designed to exploit vulnerabilities and give hackers remote access to target devices. For Android, Msfvenom generates fake APK files that secretly connect back to the hacker. These files often masquerade as legitimate apps, tricking users into installing them and unknowingly compromising their devices. Hackers customize these payloads with their own IP address and port, turning theory into a real threat. This customization allows attackers to control exactly where stolen data is sent and how the compromised device communicates. Termux, a Linux terminal for Android, lets hackers run these tools directly from their phones, making attacks portable and harder to trace. With Termux, a smartphone becomes a powerful hacking device, capable of launching attacks from virtually anywhere. Hacking tools are no longer confined to desktops. They're mobile, stealthy, and everywhere. The rise of mobile hacking means threats can come from any device, at any time, increasing the challenge for defenders. Understanding these weapons is crucial for defense. Security teams must stay informed about the latest tools and tactics to anticipate and counter evolving cyber threats. The same tools used for attack are also used by security professionals to protect systems. Ethical hackers use them to find and fix vulnerabilities before criminals can exploit them. The difference lies in intent and legality. While one side seeks to exploit weaknesses for personal gain, the other works to strengthen defenses and uphold digital safety. Let's see how these tools are used in a real attack, and why understanding them is the first step to building a safer digital world.
The truth is,
Every attack begins with reconnaissance, finding a target. Hackers often scan public Wi-Fi networks in places like cafes or airports where security is weak. Using Nmap, they identify all connected devices and gather details like operating system and open ports. This narrows down the crowd to specific Android phones. Open ports are digital doors. Some are left unlocked by outdated software or misconfiguration. Even as Android security improves, older or unpatched devices remain vulnerable. The hacker collects IP addresses and system info, preparing for the next phase. At this stage, victims have no idea they're being targeted. Reconnaissance is silent, methodical, and essential for a successful attack. The groundwork is laid before any real intrusion begins. With a target chosen, the hacker begins the next phase, creating a digital weapon, a malicious APK file designed to infiltrate Android devices. This step is crucial, as the entire attack hinges on the effectiveness and stealth of this file. Using a powerful tool called Msfvenom, the hacker crafts an app that appears completely legitimate on the surface. To the untrained eye, it looks like any other harmless application, but hidden deep within is a dangerous payload waiting to be triggered. The most common payload, Android Metasploit Reverse TCP, is chosen for its versatility. This payload allows the hacker to gain remote access and full control over the victim's device, opening the door to a wide range of malicious activities. The payload is carefully configured to connect back to the hacker's own IP address and a specific port, often bypassing firewalls and network security measures. This connection acts as a secret tunnel, giving the attacker a direct line into the compromised device. A typical Msfvenom command might generate a file named sneakyapp.apk. On the surface, it seems like a normal app, but in reality, it's programmed to secretly call home and establish a connection with the attacker. Modern Android security features like Play Protect are designed to detect and block basic malware. To evade these defenses, hackers often bind their payloads to real trusted apps, such as a calculator or flashlight, making the malicious app blend in seamlessly with legitimate ones. The result is an app that works exactly as expected. The user opens the calculator, unaware that malicious code is running silently in the background, giving the hacker access without raising any suspicion. This sophisticated approach makes detection much harder for both users and security software. The malware remains hidden, operating under the radar while the user continues to use their device as normal. The trap is now set, disguised as something completely harmless. The fake app sits quietly among other icons, waiting for the next phase of the attack. The next challenge for the hacker is perhaps the most critical: getting the victim to actually install the malicious app on their device. This is where social engineering comes into play, becoming the hacker's most powerful tool. By crafting convincing messages or fake websites, the attacker lures the victim into downloading and installing the trap, completing the setup for a successful attack. Delivery relies on social engineering, tricking users into installing the malicious app. Phishing emails or texts may urge you to install a security update or a free game, linking to the hacker's site instead of the Play Store. Fake websites and app stores mimic trusted sources, luring victims with tempting offers. Attackers may use AI chatbots to build trust or compromise real websites to host their payloads. The goal is to exploit human curiosity, urgency, or greed. No matter how secure Android becomes, the user is the final gatekeeper. A convincing story can persuade anyone to open the door. While the victim is being lured, the hacker sets up a listener using Metasploit's exploit multi-handler. The listener waits for the payload to connect, using the same IP and port as the malicious APK. When the victim installs and opens the app, the payload silently connects back to the hacker. This creates a reverse shell, giving the attacker command line access to the phone. The victim sees a normal app, but in the background, the hacker gains control in seconds. Meter-preter sessions provide powerful, interactive access to the device. The malicious process runs invisibly, often undetected by the user. The phone is now compromised, and the attacker can come and go at will. For the victim, there's usually no sign anything is wrong. The real danger has just begun. With access secured, the hacker enters the post-exploitation phase. They can browse and steal files, photos, and chat backups. Commands allow them to read texts, contacts, and call logs, fuel for blackmail or further attacks. Spying is easy. Hackers can activate cameras and microphones, turning the phone into a surveillance device. GPS tracking reveals the victim's real-time location. Skilled attackers make their access persistent, surviving reboots and updates. The initial hack is just the beginning. The real damage happens now. Everything described here is illegal without explicit written permission. Anti-hacking laws exist worldwide, with severe penalties, fines, prison, and a criminal record. Tools like Metasploit and Kali Linux are meant for ethical hacking and security testing, not crime. Ethical hackers always have contracts and permission. Their goal is to protect, not harm. Using these tools for spying or theft crosses a clear legal and moral line. Law enforcement is skilled at tracing cybercrime, even if you try to hide. Every online action leaves a digital footprint that can be used as evidence. The thrill of hacking is never worth the consequences. This knowledge is for defense. Never attack. Always get permission, or simply don't do it. Protecting your Android device starts with smart habits. Only install apps from the official Play Store. Avoid third-party sites and suspicious links. Keep your device and apps updated to patch vulnerabilities. Enable automatic updates for instant protection. Be wary of urgent messages or offers that seem too good to be true. Check app permissions. Does a calculator need your camera? Use strong passcodes or biometrics, and avoid sensitive activity on public Wi-Fi. Consider a reputable VPN for extra security on open networks. Combine careful app choices, regular updates, and skepticism to build a strong defense. Stay informed, stay alert, and keep your digital life secure.